Alright, man, so now we're gonna have the internet hates Cenat for no reason. Let's go ahead and look into this, because I might go front. Niggas be hating on this man for actually no reason, bro.
The internet says it wants authenticity until a creator actually starts changing. Every time a creator tries to evolve, the internet turns on them. And the reason might say more about you than it does them.
I do really believe that content creators and streamers in general, and anybody who loves to...
He's just changing his life, gang. He is changing his life, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. And people are acting like it's a crime to change your life, bro. Like,
you guys cannot be boxed into this category where you're just only that. You have made it to where you are because you are authentically just being yourself. And imagine if you were to just test your limits to see how far you really can be.
Over the past couple of months, we have sporadically been seeing Cenat post on the internet. Since the final Mafia-thon, he has been pretty much avoidant of anything that has to do with the www.com. So much so that speculation started to trickle down into the ethos about him retiring from streaming and quitting content creation, even backed by some of his nearest and dearest friends.
What? Kai's on here? How many Twitch subs will Kai reach this year?
people just hate on anything these days, shaking my head. Not dead ass though. They hate on any and everything, gang. They're trying to make this hating shit a trend. They think this hating shit is funny. It's not, bro. It's mad corny. It's mad day room, bro.
Gang, how do I tell you? That he retired for streaming, gang. He's not hitting none of these, bro. He's done. He's a star now. He gonna be in movies and shit. He gonna be in movies.
Sure, nigga Rage is
when he recently dropped
troll,
the video titled "I Quit" on his YouTube channel, it had everybody's ears perked up. Now, I know that this is classic YouTube jargon, you know, clickbait, as some people would say, a misleading title. He's not quitting streaming, he's quitting doubt. He's quitting that box. You know, 2 monitors, a chat, reactions, and one version of himself that everybody has. He's choosing growth over comfort, and that's very rare in the streaming industry. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It goes a long, it just makes sense. Now, back to the video. For the past 6 or 7 years, Kai has been streaming. He's been connected to content, and his whole life has revolved around it. Formulating this blueprint that was repeatable. Doing something, but not really creating. You see, streaming is what he does. Creating is what he's becoming. And this is a concept that he's definitely struggled with.
I know it's at times, usually I'm able to handle a lot of stuff by myself and find ways through it. But I just needed some advice on just pursuing life and goals that I have to, like, how to find the confidence and the real commitment to pursue them. Because usually at the times I've achieved so much and I've been able to.
Bro, I seen somebody saying that, like, they were clowning on him, bro, because they saying he was recording, like, this scene right here, documenting this scene, whatever, and they're saying he's being mad performative, and what he's doing is so performative. Gang, how do I fucking tell you that as a content creator and a streamer, that's all you do is be performative, gang? That's what you do. You document your fucking life. That's what you do. You put on a character to entertain people. Everything you do is performative. Niggas like, bro, niggas like, is like, what the fuck, bro? Niggas acting like that's a crime now. Niggas been doing this. Your favorite streamer, your favorite content creator is performative. Like, niggas hear a word, gang, and start farming it, bro. Word of the year for 2026 is performative. Everybody's just going to toss that word in the fucking air. Performative, performative. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Knock down goals I always wanted to do, and my mindset in my head, it's just like a lot of self-doubt. I'm not even depressed. I'm not sad. It's just for some reason I'm having like a lot of self-doubt because it's out of fear of stepping back from what I'm primarily known for, which is content creation, and pursuing in another goal.
I think this statement reigns true for just about anybody. Growth usually starts where confidence and comfortability ends, and that's where doubt replaces it. We've all experienced it before.
Facts.
You read those interview questions 10 times in the mirror. You've went and adjusted that tie or looked at your stockings 16 times, knowing that nothing is really wrong, but you know, you don't want to face the world with any sort of imperfection. You read and reread, you write and you rewrite because you doubt who you are and what you are about to present to a bunch of people. And Cenat is no different. He is vulnerably and openly talking about the different endeavors that he's about to, you know, launch himself into. Movies, acting, fashion, and everything else.
It's the opportunity to just express a lot of things that's been going on in my life. But like, this is Kai behind just the streams, and I want to do it the right way. Like, I'm not. This is not me slapping my name on any brand, and
Well, I can see.
and yeah, and trying to money grab and shit. I want to build this community.
You have to know who your audience is.
Yeah.
You have to know who those people.
You know what's funny, bro? People are like laughing at Cenat because like he's heavy into fashion and everything like that, and niggas is trying to clown him for his fits back in 2022. Nigga, it's 2026. What the fuck was we talking about? And they're clowning the fits he had back in 2019 when he wasn't rich. Of course, you're not gonna have the best fits when you're not rich. And of course, you're gonna get your best fits when you're rich. Cause you're rich, you can afford them. What was we talking about? Like niggas be like
Who gonna
brains
support
is
you in
fucking
the beginning? Because
stupid.
those people also gonna grow with you.
Mm-hmm.
The people who've been watching you for how long you been streaming? 5 years?
Like 4 or 5, yeah.
Right. So if they started watching you when they was 9,
Facts.
they 14 now. You know what I mean? And for the next 5 years, then they're gonna be 19. So they grow with you, and then their economics are gonna grow with you too. Right. So you know, and that's fine. Y'all grow together. You know.
Now, most people would probably think that this is a positive change, but by God, the internet is reacting so negatively to the new Cenat. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Finding hobbies and going into new ventures, learning these things in these crafts and not just slapping your name on a product, you know, learning how to write and read better on a daily basis, which can help you speak better. You would think that those are generally positive things. But I've seen the same questions over and over again about this new Cenat transformation that I've seen for a past content creator. Is this genuine? Is this a cash grab? Are we about to get scammed? Is this some sort of ego project? Now, I can't lie, there's some good merit to all of these questions that people are asking. Do you remember the whole Logan Paul crypto zoo situation? The NFT space was so big at the time and everybody and their mother was jumping in. So naturally, Logan Paul leveraged his name that he had built off of being a career-long content creator, you know, being in the faces and spaces of children growing into young adults for a long
Okay, but for a nigga like Logan Paul, bro, I'm not even gonna front. He's been already shown that he kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say too much on Logan 'cause I don't know too much about, bro. But he's shown like signs of like, bro, he really don't give a fuck unless it's about this, unless it's about the dollar. You know what I'm saying, bro? He want the money. He don't give a fuck, bro. I mean, example, gang. The nigga showed a dead body getting hung in a forest, bro. He showed it and posted it on YouTube, gang. At the suicide forest, bro. Like, come on, gang. He wanted it for the content, bro. He don't give a fuck unless it's about the dollar. So, of course, for me, he gonna try to do anything for the dollar, bro.
time and put himself directly in line with these different companies. Now that ended in lawsuit after lawsuit, litigation after litigation, disappointment after disappointment from the fans. Now I will say he has reinvented himself for the most part from the past Logan Paul days. You know, obnoxious vlogger who goes into Japanese forests and shows people hanging from trees. All
Like
the
I
way
just
to
said.
Prime, which I would consider a successful business, WWE star, you know, philanthropist, entrepreneur, all these different things. And even though the skepticism is valid, it's amazing how no matter how successful he is or how genuine some of these newer endeavors might be, people will always assume the bad first. And hell, you could even say the same thing about his brother, who people feel like is scamming the boxing industry. Now, for what it's worth,
I don't think
Cenat
he
is
is.
not either of the Paul brothers, but that doesn't change the sentiment shared by the internet. Streamer launching some fashion brand sounds familiar, and they're not necessarily reacting to Cenat, but they're reacting to history. They're reacting to other creators doing this same song and dance.
Y'all see Cenat when he got his award? It was very telling what he said. He said, I have goals to be a fashion designer and have my own fashion brand. I have goals to write and direct movies. Okay. I told Terrell, it seemed like watching like a 5th grader talk about what they want to be when they grow up. And this is no slight to bruh. But the reason why I talk about these streamers in this way is your goals don't even align with what you're doing now. Your goals are the same goals as everybody starting from zero, which to me make me feel like streaming is your launch pad. When you look at these people that get famous for one thing, and then they get up there and say, I want to do that or that, or I think I want to go this way. It's not that we don't know if you grew up and wanted to do that, right? But it does call into question what you're passionate about. Do you want to get into acting because you're passionate about being a part of these projects? Or do you want to get into acting because it's the best thing to do with your status?
Do it fucking matter? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Nigga said that him saying that it sounded like a 5th grader trying to tell people what he want to be when he grows up. And he said that's no slight to bro. That's a slight, nigga. You're fake sneak dissing right now, gang. I'm not even going front, bro. What was the point of saying that unnecessary ass comment? Bro, why the fuck can't people just want to do other things outside of just one thing? Why is that such a bad thing? I just want to know, gang. Niggas making it a crime for somebody just to want to do more than one thing with their life. Maybe they just want to try out new things. Like, damn, nigga. Can a nigga try out new things besides just doing one thing? Like, god damn. You niggas is some dick suckers, nigga.
You know what I mean? It's the best thing for you to do next. And you have status now, so you might as well take your
And on top of that, the nigga said, I don't know. Okay, so if you don't know, so shut the fuck up then. Fuck is you talking about?
status and sell a movie ticket. That's always been a recipe for people. Oh, I think I'm gonna go into movies. Now that I'm famous, I'm gonna go and be a movie. And you know what that's called? That's called gatekeeping the art.
Now, I will say
That's
that
not
everyone
gatekeeping.
doesn't share these sentiments. Creators
That's
like
not
these,
gatekeeping. That's not fucking gatekeeping. How can you fucking gatekeep? Oh, how can you gatekeep something that can never be gatekept? You can't gatekeep want to be in a fuck want to do a movie. You can't gatekeep that shit. If you want to do a movie, all you gotta do is put yourself out there and work your ass off and make sure you're doing the right things. That way you can get to that point. It's not gatekeeping, nigga. Anybody can fucking do it if they put their mind to it.
G and Blackboy Max shared the same sentiments as Kai Cenat. And I think it's quite interesting because both of them are rap artists who have also been invalidated by, you know, the different communities for what they've been trying to get into.
I know I go through the same shit.
Yeah, they
I
do
ain't
with
gonna give y'all a
DDG,
little
gang.
spiel. I talk about this shit every day, man. Like, I really be wanting to just focus on music, but it's just so hard to step away from something that you're so used to. Well, I've been making content for 10 years, bro. My whole family life changed off content. It's like, it's hard. It's difficult. Every day I get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed more to focus on what I want to do for myself, you know, and see and take that leap of faith. And another thing, like, I did it once. I could do it again. I took the leap of faith with school. Like, nigga, I was straight A's in school. Boom, boom, boom. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna drop out and do content. Did it. Now I'm here.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. No bullshit. Like, I always want to be a beacon of like light on. You can do whatever you want. Y'all already know this. I always tell y'all niggas this. You feel me? No cap.
Now, this is an interesting concept because these aren't fans of his. Now, albeit they probably consume his content as fans, but these are peers, people who go through the same fears, same worries, same doubts. For what it's worth, I think people forget that like content creation is algorithmic. It's science. It's not necessarily art. At least it's gotten away from that for the most part. I know if I talk about this subject with this title, with this thumbnail, I can print X amount of views and this is repeatable. And ultimately that becomes a job. And there's nothing wrong with having a job. Well, over here at the Unemployed News Network, it's probably a problem because you're probably watching this on your news break. But there's nothing wrong with having a job inherently. But going into this endeavor saying that you want to be a creative and then ultimately ending up, you know, punching in and punching out can't feel good. No difference than going into something like teaching or civil service, you know, working at the mayor's office saying that you're going to make a difference. And you ultimately find yourself filing paperwork year in and year out. When you try something new, you get pushed back from different people around you. Oh, that's a good job. Don't leave that. What about your benefits? But if you stay the same, it causes personal stagnation, which can ultimately be damaging mentally.
Exactly, bro. Nobody just wants to, like, bro, nobody who's really successful and wants a lot for themselves is going to just put themselves in this imaginary box. They're going to explore and do different things, gang. Even if they're well known at one thing, gang, they're gonna want to do other things because there's more to life than just one fucking thing.
A little schizophrenic because he's kind of talking to himself. He was posting videos for the past several months. Well, the whole internet was talking about him. They couldn't find this new channel, and he's like reading books by himself. He's sewing. He's like on the beach. He's doing. It seems like he was doing that. It was like a diary. But I like to see people use YouTube like that. And now that it's out, literally just got exposed like 30 minutes ago. We could see some of those videos.
So after
and
Chase, I ain't gonna front game. We got one more video we're reacting to, and then we're going right to the YB album. Feel me? But if we have time, I'll react to the link that you just sent.
Cenat, I wish him the best. I think it's smart for him to leave streaming. I think that he pretty much hit the ceiling. You know, at this point, what is he gonna do? React to clips and still do, you know, scream and, you know, promote Rakai? It's like let Rakai, nigga, shit, nigga, what's going on, chat? Nigga, what that word mean? What that word mean benevolent? What that word benevolent mean? Let Rakai do it now. You gave him the blueprint. You put your friends on. Now they can carry the torch and be the loud, funny black guy on the front of Twitch. That's what. But now Kai Cenat is transcending. He's ascending. He's looks maxing. He's sewing. It makes sense for him to try new.
7th streamer in a row that doesn't want to watch what I send with a day. Yo, it's not that, gang. This day is an organized day for me because we got to get into this YB album because I don't know how long it is.
Territories. And, you know, it's inspiring from Kai Cenat because I want to do the same eventually. At this point, maybe soon enough, it's going to be time for me to hang up the hat, put down the OBS and the IRL toolkit, hang up the backpack, and start film directing.
New year, new me is a term that we've used for the past umpteen years to show that, you know, you're going through some sort of change. The difference is that it's not filmed, it's not out in public. People aren't vulnerable about these things. I think social media has made it socially acceptable to post your 75 hard or your push-ups that you do every single weekend. But for the most part, we fight silent battles. Kai Cenat is a little bit different though. He's publicizing all these things. And for what it's worth, I think that it's actually beautiful. I think it's still relatable.
Yes, it is, bro.
And I think it shows.
People are clowning him, bro, for like posting himself reading and doing all this other shit, whatever. Gang, as content creators, gang, that's what we do. That's what Kai Cenat's been doing forever. He's been posting his whole life. That's what he does. That's what content creators do. Now that he's posting about his life, now it's a problem. Oh, because he's reading and trying to educate himself because you think he's a fucking dumbass. Because you personally think he's a dumbass. It's funny that he's trying to improve himself. How is it funny for a nigga to try to improve himself? I don't get it, bro.
Shows that, you know, he's no different than anybody else. Look, I know you've probably clicked on this video waiting for me or some other content creator to shit on the fact that he struggled reading for a minute.
Spontaneous. How do I pronounce that?
And what's funny about this, gang? 90% of people laughing at, not even 90, 99% of people laughing at him for not being able to pronounce this word, spontaneous, or whatever the case, whatever the word was. They couldn't be able to pronounce that word either. I'm not even gonna lie, gang. And on top of that, gang, 99% of people that is laughing at him reading can't even read at a 2nd grade level, by the way, without having to stutter or mispronouncing a word. If I were to tell niggas right now, bro, I'm gonna give you a book right now. I choose the book. I'm gonna choose the book. I'm gonna put 10 people in front of you. Just 10 people. Just 10 people in front of you. They're all gonna watch you and stare at you. You gotta get up on this. You gotta get up in front of them, and you gotta read a book. You gotta read 5 pages of a book. 5 pages, front and back. 5 pages without stuttering or mispronouncing a word. They're going to stutter and mispronounce a word. On God, they are. On God, they are. People don't fucking read no more, nigga. People don't read. People are fucking stupid. They're illiterate. They're retarded, nigga.
Spontaneity.
The fuck?
Spawn.
What was the word? I know it wasn't spontaneous. It was something else. It was like spawn something else. I don't know.
Oftentimes when I don't know what a word is pronounced, I get to look at how it's pronounced and what it even means.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Oh, spontaneity. That's
the condition of being spontaneous. Spontaneity.
But by God, if you are one of the people that is making fun of somebody for literally reading and looking up what 5-syllable words means and how to pronounce them, you've gotta be a loser. No difference than the people that laughed at people like Lizzo for posting her workout videos, laughing at the guy who's struggling for doing 5 push-ups, laughing at the woman for baking the cake that was ultimately not done in the middle. These people are trying these things and they're succeeding by just trying. And I get so confused. Like, we're clowning him for learning, but isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yes,
learning?
bro.
And let's be clear,
yes,
I can make
bro.
a pretty safe assumption about this.
Like, these niggas is 80s bullies, bro. Like, in the movie, like 80s movie bullies, bro. No funny shit. That's what the internet is, bro. 80s movie bullies, bro. You get the fucking jock with the fucking varsity jacket who's an asshole making fun of the nerd kid for being smart and wanting to educate himself and better himself. That's what the internet has become. It's become 80s movie bullies. It's fucking stupid. And that 80s movie bully is most likely a numbnut dumbass.
The people that are probably clowning him can't read. What's
Yes.
the reading level in America? Like 5th grade or some shit like that? Like, I know you can't read.
Bro, comprehension is on a 3rd grade level. Comprehension skills, bro, is fucking so low for grown adults. Gang, grown adults, man.
That Kai Cenat, like, you just seem so miserable to me. But the internet hates all this new content that Kai Cenat is putting out. The reading for 20 minutes a day, the having real vulnerable conversations, the, you know, reacting to music that is not normal for his audience to like. Sometimes I think y'all think this kid was a fucking Renaissance man out the womb or some shit like that. It's the most amazing thing in the world. But they're not giving pushback to the ideas of the execution. They're more so giving pushback to the change. What did Kanye say? I miss the old Kanye. Y'all miss the old Cenat. And it's only been like 4 months. I think his growth reminds them of their own stagnation. And they ultimately benefit from the predictability that he brings. That's how they can get their hate memes off. That's how they can get their stylish jokes off, their rat jokes off, him being short jokes off. That's how they can get all that off. But if he changes, you ultimately just look like a D-bag watching a guy in real time learn to read better and speak better and make fun of him. The reality here is that the audience doesn't own Cenat. They don't own iShowSpeed. They don't own Plaqueboy Max. They don't own any of these creators over the past couple of years who have been changing in real time. It's funny because we spend so much time shitting on these content creators in their youth as they go through their foibles and their endeavors on their rise to fame. We condemn them for the lack of being involved in social and political elements in the world. We criticize them for saying some of the most obscene things on the internet, and we probably should, but you know, it is what it is. But on their growth journey and as they change, it becomes some sort of hatred towards them. But this matters a lot to me because on the other side of that, I know we get an iShowSpeed. iShowSpeed is going around doing his world tours, and this most recent stop in Africa has been beautiful for content creation and for people in general. Cenat is opening the door for people in the streaming and content creation industry to do new, do more, do better, do greater. He's even highlighted some content creators that he thinks can be greater than just a desktop streamer or an IRL goofball.
And imagine if you were to just test your limits to see how far you really can be. I look at streamers like Yana and think, why is she not in a cartoon animation film? She has the voice of voice acting. I look at people like Emily. She has the voice as voice acting. When I see Max get nominated for a Grammy, I'm like, wow. It looks weird to the outside and to people who, and to the thought of a streamer doing it, but he just opened up a door for a streamer and a content creator that loves to do music, and they now can potentially be nominated for a Grammy. That's how I think. Anybody, it's creation in general. So it's like, I think you shouldn't limit yourself at only that.
Facts.
And that's why a lot of athletes and people have a lot of trouble with becoming something more, because the risk and the trap is the fear of primarily stepping away from what you're already known for.
It's funny because in this stream,
bro, I will never get that. Nigga, if I want to try something new, I'm gonna fucking do it, nigga. Fuck you niggas and whatever y'all gotta say, y'all got anything nigga to say, fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want at the end of the day. Suck my fucking dick. If you got a problem with it, don't give a fuck, nigga. What the fuck?
Content creation game. You get
go choke a fat one, nigga.
Whether it be the box that's this phone or the box that's a computer screen or this little small box here when I go to react to something. So it's easy to see how a content creator can feel boxed in when their life is like a little Russian doll. You know, the ones where you open it up and it's another one, another one. I'm in a box within a box within a box within a box. Like, it's so easy to see to me. But knowing that you have real power, real creativity, and real voice, and using that power, creativity, and real voice to do different, greater, better, whatever it is, shouldn't scare people. And so after getting blasted last year for all of his content creation endeavors, I remember them TikToks about it being Begathon 3. I want to ask y'all something. If Kai never changed, would you respect him more or just consume his content longer? Like if he was still reacting to Playboi Carti's latest drop or using his music stylist to listen to the latest Bruno Mars drop, would you still rock with him? Do you actually want creators to grow, or do you just want them to be monkeys in a box?
That's all they want them to do is be monkeys in a fucking box. That's all it is, gang. Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Once you get to a certain point, and I'm seeing this from niggas like Cenat and niggas like LeBron James, bro. Niggas are gonna try to downplay any and everything you do, bro. Just go and do whatever the fuck you want, bro.